Ready, Sarge? You ready? Hard to see echo in here.
We are at Clark Cliffs Circuit.
Could you say that with a little bit more enthusiasm?
Well, it's hard for me to roll this off my tongue, so
Fine, then put it to me.
I can't say Clark Cliffs.
Clark's Cliffs.
It's not Clark's, it's Clark Cliffs.
You're like, Clark Cliffs, look out. Clark Cliffs, look out.
That's my bad impression.
Mm-hmm.
Today we are looking to do something a little bit more off the beaten path. We decided to check out Clark Cliffs Lookout Circuit Walk. It's one of the lesser known walks down here in the Tasman Peninsula. It's also pet friendly, so it should be a good one. I know nothing about this trail, but I'm excited to find out what it looks like, and I'm excited to share it with everyone.
Looking forward to it as well.
We're not going to die, even though Brad sounds like death.
Thanks, Agnes. I love the way you talk too. The van life isn't always simple. We both have our own unique way of doing things, and sometimes it jives, sometimes it doesn't. Anyways, Clark Cliffs Lookout and Circuit is pet friendly, and it's autumn, so we should see some interesting things on this trail. Weather could be a bit nicer today, but it's Tasmania. This morning we woke up to beautiful sunshine and a lovely sunrise, and sometimes it just turns into a gray, foggy day. But I find on these gray days, green stands out a lot more in this type of weather. There's plenty of that. This is a bit more of a hidden trail, unless you have some of the older books on the area or you've done your homework for the Tasman Peninsula. You're not going to find this track.
Andy from A Rules Retreat recommended this walk to us.
Yeah, I haven't mentioned this on film yet, but over by Andy's place, the entrance to Cape Raoul, which is the third cape of the Three Capes track, I've been working on upgrading that trail, so it's nice to see a trail now in a bit more of a natural state. It is now 10 after 2. This track should take you about 3.5 hours to complete. It's a hard track, but we've been on some pretty rough tracks before.
There's apparently a lookout over Norfolk Bay that only takes 1 minute to get to. I feel like I need to be timed to see if it takes exactly 1 minute. Maybe it takes 1.3. Ready? Ready, Sarge? Let's do it. Let's go. Yay!
Norfolk Bay Lookout, Clark's Cliff Circuit.
I feel like this throne was built just for me. So we just reached a part of the trail that had a pretty badass tree fallen over. It made for an interesting experience trying to get Sarge over. He kept trying to jump on the log and then falling off and trying to go under it and getting stuck, but we got there in the end. The clouds have come in again, and it's making everything pretty dark. And considering how slippery it is and how many things you gotta go over and under, we decided that it was time to turn around, and we'll have to make it to the end another day.
As we were walking on the track, we noticed that Sarge somehow got a leech in his eye. Probably fell on his head and crawled on in. But anyways, if anyone has a tip on how to properly remove it without causing any discomfort to the dog, that'd be great. You can comment below. Thanks. Back at Clark Cliffs, and it is amazing in here. We never made it this far before because of the poor weather and the fading light, but now that we have made it much further, everything's starting to look a lot more like a rainforest. Not too many leeches this time, and everything has this beautiful green carpet of moss covering it. It's something else. A lot of log hopping, and this is probably one of the toughest trails that we've hiked. Yeah, it's damp, it's slick, a lot of fallen logs, which makes it quite a different challenge than Mount Sorrow.
The Musk Forest.
It's pretty cool.
He's having a pretty fantastic time. Oh, what?
He's got a sword paw. He's tired.
Oh, he is tired. Oh, you willingly laid down, you poor thing. You got a long hike still to go, bud. You're gonna sleep like a rock tonight. You're gonna get back in that caravan and you're not gonna leave the bed. We made it to the top of Clark's Cliffs. It's pretty rocky. If you do come up here with your pet, I suggest you make sure that he's on a leash and someone's holding him like Brad was, because there's some pretty big gaps between these rocks. So be really careful, especially if you're coming out here when the weather might be a bit wet or damp. You know he's tired when he just sits waiting for us instead of standing or running back. Have you given up? You don't want to come? You don't want to go home?
You can go back the other way. Live in the forest.
We made it back! But it was a really good day. I'm really glad that we came back and we gave Clark's Cliffs another go. The view was pretty nice, and it was a great way to tire the dog. Right?
Good and tired. So am I.
For anyone wondering, if you come to do the Clark's Cliff circuit, you go in over here, and then the circuit trail actually walks out from here. It, just a little ways up, the path actually comes from the side of the road up onto it. All right, and now it's time to do a leash check for the dog and head back to the van.